Hi friends, it's time for some bliss. It's only an express one, it's only 45 minutes, it's going to go really quickly. So we'll get straight into it. We're going to start in a supine twist or a twisted roots or just a twist, lying on your back. So set yourself up. Use props if you need them. You don't need any props at all if you don't have anything, but you can bring a bolster or pillows off to the side and just drop your knees to one side. Reach the opposite arm out and take the head the opposite way that the knees are going. So like I said, do yourself a favour. Set up as many props as you can, like really make it juicy, make it really relaxed and really luscious. Breathing deep, breathing full, breathing light. Yoga is the light of awareness. I had the privilege this morning, very early hours of this morning, to connect a one-on-one through Skype with my teacher who's in America, and I had this beautiful just moment, aha moment, or maybe more of just a reassurance moment that, you know, everything that we do, all this practice that we do is so vitally worth it. Because the first thing she said to me, because I haven't had a one-on-one with her for a little while, quite a while, the first thing she said to me is that I look very light. My face, my complexion, you know, my skin, my energy. And she said, with everything that you're going through at the moment, you shouldn't look as light as you do. And I realized it's yoga. It's my practice. It really is the light of awareness. It shines through you. Even in stressful, challenging times, that light is bright. It's like the sunshine. It transforms. When it hits you, when it shines through you, it transforms you. It's so special. So connect to that light for your practice today. It's shining in you right now. It just gets dimmed by those challenges, by stress and worry and anxiety and, you know, by pressures even. But every time we turn to our practice, whatever that practice is, whether it's a yin practice, a yang practice, a meditation practice, maybe it's just 10 long breaths in the middle of the day. Whatever the practice is, that light is able to burn brighter. And it shines through. I'm sure some of the light that she was seeing was just excitement on my part to have time with her, but nonetheless, light is light, especially during times of darkness, which, you know, the last 6 months, we've experienced a lot of that. Slowly unravel, just so you can straighten the spine out. Don't go to the second side just yet. Give your body some time in the centre. come back to balance, well, come back to neutral. Nat Han teaches that light of awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, those things transform. Every time you practice, you're able to transform. Move your props over, do whatever you need to do to take that same shape twist other side. Breathe. Let your light shine a little bit brighter with every breath, just by connecting to it. In this quiet space that we can connect on such a deep level. Creating this space for ourselves allows the light to burn brighter. You know, we can make all the excuses under the sun. Too busy, don't have the props, house isn't quiet enough. But when you actually make the decision for yourself, when you give yourself the gift, this quiet time, even if there's noise outside, wherever you are. For us, in this pose, in this moment, is quiet, still, calm. The light of awareness is able to penetrate. I'm able to see myself so much more clear. And when I can see myself clearly through that light of awareness, the whole world around me transforms as well. I get to see everything from a clear perspective, not clouded or jaded anymore. such a gift. For which I'm so grateful. Through the darkest times, we can be the light. Through this great science, this great practice, staying connected and not perturbed. The world will revolve. The sun will rise, the sun will set. The moon will affect the tides. The years will pass. That light of awareness is the only constant. Again, just moving slowly back to neutral, back to center. Just lay flat. Waterfall. So when you're ready, bring a bolster or some pillows or even just a folded up blanket underneath your hips. Float your legs to the sky, and if you want to do the double whammy of ball work, get your balls ready, not straight away. Give yourself, a minute or so in the waterfall, in the downward pressure of waterfall. When you're ready, if you want to take the extra oomph of myofascial release, I do recommend not to move around too much. Once you find, it might take you a little bit to find the spots, but once you do find them, just try and stay as still as you can. I know without a shadow of doubt that if it wasn't for my practice, There's no way I would have coped through COVID and the lockdowns and the stresses and the worries and the confinement and all the challenges that we've been through. Not only would the coping mechanisms have been, very distant, but just the whole experience of it. Even just a short 5 years ago, there's no way I would have coped the way that I have thanks to my practice. And in fact, at the very beginning, I chose to dive into my practice really deeply. I realised that it was a time for retreat. We were calling it isolation, and it was definitely felt like isolation, feels like isolation, as I'm here on my own in the studio. But I chose to view it as retreat. Retreat, to be able to sink into that light of awareness. Now, speaking to my teacher this morning, I didn't realise that how noticeable it was. To people, who've known me for a long time and have known me through things. Feel that light is bright, very transformative. We've got about another 10 breaths here, so if you want to change it up, then do whatever you need to do. Do it for your light, which is actually one and the same. It's a light of consciousness. It's what connects us. It's just going to transition when you're ready, no rush. It's just going to transition us into bridge, supported bridge. Now there are some extra bonuses you can add on to your bridge. So eventually bring your feet flat to the floor. And if you want to add in those bonuses, you can either just let your legs go long and just enjoy your supported bridge as is, or balls, you can lift your hips up, bring the balls underneath one each of your glutes, on top of your prop though, so whatever prop you've got, pillows, blankets, bolster, balls on top or in between your butt and the prop, and then you can just let your legs go long, and then that's it. You don't have to do any more than that. Your glutes will get a very decent amount of pressure, while the front of your hips will get some length. From here, you can do even more. So let's just stay here wherever you are for a moment, or at least a minute. A lot of people, and something that I've only learned in recent years myself, through my own body awareness, through that light of awareness, is that the front and the back of the hips, intimately connected. So if you've got, a hip flexor issue, or something at the front of the hips not feeling right, good chance it's because something at the back's pulling. But we don't, when that light of awareness isn't shining that bright, we don't notice that. We just go, okay, something at the front's wrong. We don't see it clearly for what it is. One unified structure that's all trying to work together. And so we can stretch out the front at the same time, massage out the back. So again, you can stay here just in your stock standard supported bridge. Adding the balls in is another option. And then another option, very slowly, you can hug one knee. Bring one knee up so the ball stays under that side glute. You'll feel it sort of change on that side, and then you'll feel the opposite side, that leg that's long, you'll feel that deepen through the front of the hip flexor into that stretch. So just explore. The beautiful BKS Iyengar said that yoga is a light which once lit will never dim. The better you practice, the brighter your light. If you hugged a knee in, slowly let that go. And then as you're ready, swap it over. Finish off these last 3 breaths. And then slowly lift your hips up so you can move the balls out if you took that option. And use your hands to push the bolster forward so the bolster comes in underneath your knees. And just lay there for a moment. Keep a hold or keep your balls handy because we are going to continue with the extra oomph practice if you want it. This is going to take us into a reclined glute stretch. So we'll do our right side first. So if you place your left foot on top of the bolster or blanket, pillows, whatever you're utilising, left ankle on top of right knee, this is your reclined glute stretch and you're going to hug that left knee in. Now we can double whammy it. We can add the oomph to it by bringing the balls into your lower back. Now your lower back has a slight arch when you're just in a neutral spine. So one ball either side of the spine in that small of your back. But as soon as you place the ankle on top, that's going to instantly increase on that right side. When you hug your knee in, that left knee in, it's going to increase even more. So you might not even be able to, with the balls underneath, you might not even be able to hug your knee, and I can't. So after a bit of time and some tightness releases from your lower back, then maybe you can hug your knee in. But you don't need to. You're still going to get a hip stretch through that right side and you're going to get a deep release through your lower back. So do whatever feels right. You'll need to bring yourself out of it to do it, but you can even prop your bolster or pillow or blanket up higher with other blocks and pillows and blankets and stuff. That'll bring the left foot higher, that'll bring the left knee closer to the chest, but without you having to, utilise arm strength or muscle strength to hold it. So again, just do whatever's appropriate for you. Remember, sometimes less is more. So if you don't feel a great deal, maybe it just needs a bit of time. Time to release through the superficial layers of tissue to get to the deeper ones. Ready. You don't have to swap it over yet. If you need a bit more time on that side, then take it. But as you're ready, swap it over to the other side. Just a straight swap over. Hug the knee in if you can. If you can't, doesn't matter. 3 more breaths. I'm going to do an occipital release next, and you can choose to place the balls underneath your glutes as well, and you can choose to take your feet, soles of feet together, knees wide, on top of the bolster. So you place the balls first, then find your feet or your legs, the shape of your legs, and then you can bring the block in, medium level. The corner of the block massages out the very top of the neck where it meets your skull. Or you can choose any aspect of this creation. Feel free to move the balls around, to move the shape around. Feel free to add, to take away. About 3 more minutes. Got 1 more minute left, so really breathe into it. remember each breath is fuel for that inner light. That yogic light of awareness that once lit never dims, only gets stronger and brighter with practice. Even through darkness, it shines, especially actually through darkness. It shines bright. And in fact, the beautiful Marianne Williamson said that once the light of our awareness is cast on any darkness, then it cannot hide and it cannot remain. Such is the law of consciousness. This is going to take you into your Shavasana. Whatever shape you want to take with your Shavasana. If you want to continue some myofascial release, then feel free to do that. Utilising as many props as you like, or none at all. As long as you allow your light connect to it. Allow it to clarify and allow it to be bright. Awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, they are transformed. The light of awareness makes us brighter, clearer. As you're ready, slowly help yourself up to a comfortable seated position, palms coming together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take your time. No rush. And give yourself a moment here. A moment to really feel the light. Feel it shining through your skin. Brightening up your aura, but the energy fields of everything and everyone around you as well. That's the power of the light of awareness, the light of consciousness. It infiltrates, and especially infiltrates the darkness. Let's close with a gentle vibration of Om. Deep breath in. Thumbs to third eye center, we bow our heads. The light within me honors the same light that exists within you. When you're in that light and I'm in that light, we are one. Together we say Namaste. Namaste. Beautiful. Thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful evening, afternoon, day, whatever it is. See you soon. Bye.